This video tutorial is brought to you by JimmyR.com, the best of the internet. wget is a free command line download manager that has several very useful functions. For example, let's say I have a directory full of files. Normally, to download every single file in the directory, I'd have to right-click, save as, right-click, save link as, right-click, save as, save as, over and over and over, and it takes forever because you can only download 2 files at once, and there's so many files in the directory, so it really does take forever, especially if they're big files. What wget allows you to do is download every single file in the directory just with one command. And it actually allows filtering for, let's say, only download the MP3s, or only download the AVIs, or only download MP3s and AVIs, and don't download anything else. Also, have you ever been downloading a large file, for example a game or something? You get disconnected from the internet and the download starts at 0 again. You have to reconnect and then download the file from scratch. Well, wget allows you to continue downloading whatever files you were downloading. And again, this is absolutely free. It's open source, so you can even see the source code for this program. I have Windows, so I'm going to search wget 1.10.2, which is the latest version for Windows, and click Enter. And I'm going to click the file, and I'm going to download wget and save it. It's only 350K, so it's a very small file size. And I have it on my desktop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a directory called wget that's on my C drive. So now I have the wget.execute in a folder called wget on my C drive. If I click the file, something pops up and it closes. It closes real quick. I can't even see what pops up, and nothing opens. This is because wget is a command line program, and I have to open it from the command line. To open the command line, I just go to Start, Run, or Windows key R, and it opens this run prompt. I'm going to type cmd, and now I have my command line open here. I'm going to say, since the wget.execute file is in a folder called wget on my C drive, I'm just going to say cd c:/wget. Also, I could have said cd/cd wget. Same thing. It gets me into the directory wget. So now I'm in the directory wget with a wget file. I can actually execute the program now. wget.execute. Except it needs a URL. The program is a download manager, so I actually have to give it something to download for it to actually do something useful. There's actually a game called Dofus Arena. I played a game called Dofus, and since it's a French-based company, they have servers in French, so it actually helped me learn French. I'm going to be downloading their Dofus Arena program, which is a game. I'm going to copy the link location. I'm using Firefox. I'm going to copy the link location, and I'm going to say wget, and I'm going to paste the link location, which is the actual game. So I'm going to download this game. It's a very large file, and I click Enter. So it begins downloading, and you can see it downloading right here. So it's downloading the file. It's at 2%, and let's say I get disconnected. My file download stops, and I downloaded 4 megabytes of the file. You can see it right here. Dofus Arena has downloaded 4 megabytes. Whenever I reconnect to the internet again, I can click up to get the exact command I just ran, and I can run the parameter -c on wget. And if you'll notice, when I start again, I start at 4 megabytes, and it'll continue the download. So I can interrupt my connection as many times as I want. I can disconnect from the internet, and I can continue downloading the program right where I left off. It's a very useful trick. I don't actually want the game, so I'm just going to delete it. Okay, now for the directory. Here I have a directory, so I'm going to pass this directory to wget. But I'm going to add a few command line options. I'm going to say wget .execute. Well, actually, I don't think you need the .execute. You can just say wget. And I'm going to specify download everything on this page. So I'm going to say recursively download. And I don't want it to check subdirectories or anything like that. So I'm going to say to limit it to only that page, only one page. And then I'm going to give it, I'm going to say only download MIDI files, which is what's on the page. I'm going to say accept only MID files, or MIDI. And then I'm actually going to pass the URL. Right? This is the URL of the actual directory. I click enter, and it's going to download all the MIDI files in that directory. See, it's going. And it's retards.org. I'm very sorry for this retards.org. But they are MIDIs and they're very small file size, so it's not really going to hurt you too bad. And actually it's going to make, for every directory on the server, for example, I'm downloading from retards.org/library/music/MIDI. So it actually made a directory for each of those. And then I have all the MIDI files in that directory right here. Of course, you probably rather use it for MP3 downloads, and you can just leave it there while it's downloading. To not get any of these crazy directories, I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to add a new command line option. I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to say -ND for no directories. So I use the exact same command, except with the -ND, and I click enter. And again, it creates the folder, well, it should create the folder retards.org. Oh, never mind. Instead, it didn't create any directories, and it's putting all the files inside the wget directory. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this, because now I have to delete all these files. Okay. But you get the point. You can use this to download all the files in any particular page. Again, if there's a page that has just a whole bunch of cool pictures, you can also use wget, except you just change the command. Instead of .midi, you can say .jpg, GIF, or BMP, I don't know. But you can actually set multiple options. Let's say you're downloading from a directory that has a whole bunch of MP3s. You could say MP3, MP4, AVI. I don't know, just files you want, and then just specify the directory. I know it might seem kind of confusing, especially with all these command line options, but don't worry. If you go to google.com, I'm in Google now, and I search wget command line help, it gives me a whole bunch of options, and it explains each option. Also, I just finished setting up a new site called youtube.jimmyr.com. If you go to it, you can actually directly request a video tutorial for me to make. You just enter your YouTube name and whatever you want the tutorial about, and you can request a tutorial. If you go to requested list, you can see all the requests people have submitted so far, and you can actually vote on what you want to see on my next videos. To vote, just click the little vote button. It'll increase the vote. So if you want to request a tutorial, or you think you have a good idea for another tutorial, you can actually go to the site. It's youtube.jimmyr.com and request the next tutorial. I'll do my best and try to keep up with your requests, and definitely I will post video tutorials about the top voted requests. Thanks for listening. This has been a video tutorial by jimmyr.com. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked my videos, please subscribe. I have many more useful videos.
YouTube.